Hey guys. Hey guys, okay, I gotta talk to y'all about something. Hey guys, I gotta talk to y'all about something. Y'all gotta pay attention, because half of y'all are not paying attention to what's kind of like going on, and you know, we at the point where Microsoft, all the major companies, Microsoft, Meta, XAI, all of them combined have spent about $400 billion in artificial intelligence. And that's not just artificial intelligence. We're talking about AI, AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, and the step up above that, artificial super intelligence. There's 3 different levels here. We're barely scratching the bucket. Okay, folks, let's get into this.
You've estimated that we'll have AGI by 2030. So there's interesting questions around that. How will we actually know that we got there? And what may be the move, quote, move 37 of AGI?
My estimate is sort of 50% chance in the next 5 years. So, you know, by 2030, let's say. And so I think there's a good chance that can happen. Part of it is what is your definition of AGI? Of course, people are arguing about that now, and mine's quite a high bar and always has been, of like, can we match the cognitive functions that the brain has, right? So we know our brains are pretty much general Turing machines, approximate, and of course we created incredible modern civilization with our minds. So that also speaks to how general the brain is. And for us to know we have a true AGI, we would have to like make sure that it has all those capabilities. It isn't kind of a jagged intelligence where some things it's really good at, like today's systems, but other things it's really flawed at. And that's what we currently have with today's systems. They're not consistent. So you'd want that consistency of intelligence across the board. And then we have some missing, I think, capabilities, like sort of the true invention capabilities and creativity that we were talking about earlier. So you'd want to see those. How you test that? I think you just test it. One way to do it would be kind of brute force test of tens of thousands of cognitive tasks that you know, we know that humans can do, and maybe also make the system available to a few hundred of the world's top experts, the Terence Taos of each subject area, and see if they can find, you know, give them a month or two and see if they can find an obvious flaw in the system. And if they can't, then I think you're pretty, you can be pretty confident we have a fully general system.
I think what's running on the AI front, we are close to what you might call AGI, or digital superintelligence. I think we are seeing an explosion in digital superintelligence here. And then we've got Tesla, we'll be launching unsupervised autonomy, basically self-driving cars with no one in them, in Austin next month. So it's a big year, for sure.
When things are changing rapidly, the ability to predict the future, I think, becomes a lot harder because the rate of change is so great. But I think some things are fairly obvious to predict, which is that we'll have AI or AGI that's at a level that it can really do almost any cognitive, I think really not almost, really any cognitive task. It's just a question of when. One can debate, is it, you know, smarter than any human at the end of next year, or is it 2 years or 3 years? But it's not more than 5 years, that's for sure. I think it's probably end of next year before AI can do better than any individual human can do. And then, but it's a much higher bar to say, well, is it smarter than human intelligence collectively? But if the rate of change continues, that's when I think probably 2029 or maybe 2030 is where digital intelligence will probably exceed all human intelligence combined.
So what do you guys think about this? AI, it's just a tool. And there are some people that use it for everything. I'm one of them. I can't live without it. But what happens when AI becomes AGI? Are we at that point? I think that's debatable. I think we can debate that we might be at AGI right now, because like, I'm in a Tesla, the Tesla's driving me around, it knows generally what's around it, and it is using its intelligence. So we can debate. Maybe we are at AGI, but we aren't at ASI. And that's where humanity is on its way. So, you know, folks, if you don't use AI, you're going to be left behind. If you don't use the super intelligence that we have with our computers, you're going to be left behind. But the fact that it's got this far this quickly is crazy. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button below. Peace.